Hey fellas, and welcome to my super clear, not rushed Easter egg guide for the solo moon map on Black Ops 3. So when you get in the game, you want to get the power on, and you can start this as soon as the power is on. So the first step is to go do the Samantha Says game. This is pretty simple as this. You want to get a bit of paper and a pen, and it's even easier in solo because you can pause it, which is unreal. So Samantha Says is down here under spawn, and what you're going to see is 4 computers. And when you arrive to the computers, it's going to flicker 4 colours. These colours are going to be in the same order in everyone's game. So, the computer on the far left is going to be red, the next computer will be green, the next computer will be blue, and the far right one will be yellow. And all it's going to do is flicker some colours in order, and you've got to input them back in the order. So it's pretty simple, and you can pause it, you've got a pen and paper, and it's pretty simple. So I'm going to show you a little example in my game. So, I arrived to the machine. It's flickered. Here we go. Blue. So I'm going to input blue. Boom. Press X on that. Blue, blue. Pretty simple. Blue, blue. Bang it in there. And then blue, blue, green. So I've got a bad memory. So I'm going to write it down. Blue, blue, green. And also, leave a zombie end at round. You might get smacked in the face doing it, and you don't want to go down, lose a quick revive. You don't want that in life. So, blue, blue, green. There we go. So you've just got to keep doing that. It's pretty simple really, fellas. It does get a bit harder when there's a lot of colours to remember. It might be like blue, blue, green, blue, red, yellow. But you just got to keep on pausing it, write it down, and that is the best tactic. So you're going to keep on doing that for maybe 5 to 10 minutes, and then when the machines flicker green, that means you've done that step, fellas. So the next step is to go get the hacker device, and this can be in the labs, and I'm going to show you all the locations to get the hacker. So here is the hacker. One location is on this bookshelf here on the first floor of the lab. The next location is in another bookshelf on the first floor. Up these stairs on here on this panel. You want to go down here, and it's going to be on this blue rail. There's another spawn location. Come up the stairs all the way into the 3rd level of the labs. I bought a gun. And you can find a hacker device location there. And then a final spawn location is on these canisters here. So it's that yellow label is where the hacker can spawn. So once you've got the hacker, we can now do this little step. You want to save a zombie at the end of the round. And it's pretty simple as this, and I'm going to walk you through it. So you want to come to the 2nd floor of the labs, and you want to get your hacker out, and all we're going to do firstly is go hack this button on the wall. Press X with the hacker, and it's going to take a few seconds to hack that. Once you've done this, you have 1 minute to go hack 4 green panels. This is what the green panel will look like, and all you do is hack it with X. There's about 8 panels in the 1st, 2nd and 3rd floor of the labs, and they're very easy to spot. All you do is just go around, find a green panel, watch out for the zombie end at round as well, and it's pretty simple here, especially on the low rounds. I'm just doing this panel here. I've got 1 more to do. I look around in the 1st floor of the labs. Here's the green panel, and then once you've done that, that is all 4 panels hacked, and you want to go back to the walls, and you want to press X on this button, do your next one, and this one, and you've done that step, fellas. Pretty simple. So what we need now is a tube. This is an item that you can find in the 1st, 2nd and 3rd floor of the labs. So I'm going to show you all 8 locations. Right, so there's a lot of locations for the tube part in this map, so I'm going to show you all 8 locations. Here we go. So one location is in the 2nd level of the labs. You come up these stairs here, you take a left, and it's going to be in the corner near the flashing buttons on the floor there. A second spawn location is where it was in my game. This is on the 2nd floor of the lab, and you can see it there. There's the tube. It's just near the table there. On to a 3rd location, and this one is just before the 3rd level of the lab. It's on the floor there at the top of the stairs. On to a 4th location, and this one is actually near the biodome door, and it's going to be near those blue canister things on the side there on the shelf. A 5th location is going to be outside. It's going to be near these barrels here, just outside of the 3rd level of the labs. And then onto another spawn location, and this one is in the 1st level of the labs, and it's going to be on some gas canisters just over here near lockers that you see in schools. You know what I mean? Those lockers with files in. And then the next location is on the table on the top floor of the labs. Easy one, this one. And then the final location is near Deadshot Daiquiri. It's going to be on the floor. That's the third level of the labs. That's all the spawn locations for the tube. So once you've got the tube, fellas, you need to go get the wave gun from the box, and you need to try and get Gersh devices. These are going to help to get the next steps done. And if you get these like as soon as possible after you've done the hacking and tube step, you're going to be bossing it. But for me, it took me about 20 rounds to get the Gershes, so it's pretty tough. But we'll go on to the next step anyway. So while you're trying to get Gershes and the wave guns in the box, you want to be listening out for the woman on the Tannoy commentator. You want to hear her say, Excavator Pie. That's what you want to hear.
Excavator Pie will cause decompression of Tunnel 6.
So you might have realised in your game that every 3 or 4 rounds an Excavator will try and breach an area. You might have Excavator, something will breach Tunnel 11. You don't want that, you want to breach Tunnel 6. And that is the Excavator Pie Excavator that you want to hear. So when you hear on the Tannoy, Excavator Pie is going to breach Tunnel 6, you want to let it breach it. So you're going to have to maybe wait like 5 minutes for it to actually breach it. And here is the noise when the Excavator has breached it. It's going to be like a siren or like an emergency noise. And basically, you can't go through Tunnel 6 without one of your PSD astronaut caps on. So you don't want to forget that. So when Excavator Pie has breached Tunnel 6, you want to go get the hacker from the labs. And then you want to come all the way back to the spawn area. And you want to hack the green panel that is the Tunnel 6 panel. This is the panel right here, fellas. You just come into spawn. It's going to be glowing green. Watch out for the zombie. Press X to hack it. And it might take a few seconds. And then once you've done that, you want to go get your astronaut cap on. Put it on. And that is Excavator Pie Tunnel 6 gone. It's going to go back up. And you can now do the next step. So, before you can do the next step, you want to be getting the wave guns in the box. So it might take you a long time, but here are the wave guns. That is what you want. And we can do the next step. Oh god, excuse me. So when you've got the wave guns, you want to come to Tunnel 6. And you're going to be finding a ball in midair. And all you do is knife it or shoot it. Here is the ball here. There it is. It's spherical, as Josh would say on Drake and Josh. And all you do is knife it. And when you knife it, you're going to be following it. As you can see, it's pinging around, pinballing it, loving life. And it does get tough on this because the ball does stop. So you want to keep an eye on it. Here we go. Look, I lost it. What a noob. I don't know how I lost it, but it's on the floor there. So if that happens, a ray gun is perfect for this. Or you can just knife it or throw a grenade. There it is. Just knife it. And it's going to start moving again. So it's going to stop quite a few times. But again, keep your eye on it. Here it is, pinging, oh god, the wall. Look at it, it's loving life. I've lost it. What a noob. I've lost it. But where is it? Here it is, fellas. This is where it's going to stop, in here. Boom. Whack it with ray gun. Then it's going to start pinging. You want to open door for it like you're on Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. You're not in a hotel. And when you come out of this door, it's going to fly up to the top of the satellite above spawn. So when it does this, you want to watch out for the zombie. You want to get your wave guns out. And you want to press left on the D-pad to make the wave guns come together as one. And all you do is shoot the ball on the satellite just like that. And it's going to ping off again. So this is where you want to go do some more knifing. And you want to follow the ball. The ball is going to finally end up in the pyramid area. Down in the power it is. And all we're doing is following the ball. Again, knife it. I lost it again, but it's going to stop on there on the pipe. Keep on following it. It's going to stop again in here next to stamina. Here we go. It's going to ping and go up into the rafters. It's quite hard to see, but there it is. You want to shoot it, or you can lob a cup grenade at it. It's going to start pinging, and it's going to stop again in this room, I think. It stops on the barrels. Yeah, here we go. It's going to stop on there, so you can shoot that or knife it. Open door for, be a gentleman. Open that door as well. And it's not going to stop again. It's going to finally fly into the pyramid, into the slot. Here we go, fellas. This is bossing it here. Boom. It's going to fly in there. And then a little jar's going to spawn. Here we go, a little jar. And all we need to do is get 25 kills near this jar. Boom, look at me go. I'm loving it with the wave guns. So you can see your progress with the blue kind of liquid in the jar. And when you think it's, you got 25 zombies and it's proper full up, you want to turn on the power switch here. You can see it here to the left of the jar. Just turn that on. And then you want to go to the front of the pyramid and you want to press X on the ball. And that is going to complete that step. You're going to get a death machine as a reward. And also, I think you get an achievement, I think you do as well. This is like halfway through the Easter egg. You're going to see some Samantha spawn. There's going to be some quotes and some banter. And that is that step complete, fellas. So the next step, you need to get those Gershes. It took me about 20 rounds to get the Gershes, but here we go. I loved life when I got them. It was a great feeling. But when you've got the Gershes, you want to come to Area 51. You want to throw a grenade over here. And then if you've got enough Gershes, you want to throw a Gersh out to distract all the zombies. And then way through those grenades, throw a Gersh device over there. And it's going to suck up some panels. You can't really see it on the air, but it's going to do it. And then you can see the panels spawn near the teleporter. And you're going to teleport back. And when you teleport back, the panels are here on the floor. So this is where you need to go swap your Gershes for the QEDs. And these you can get in the box, and again it might take you years to get them, but this is what the QEDs look like. I'm going to show you. I was spamming box for a few rounds. Here we go. I'm going to press on the box, and you're going to be swapping your Gershes for the QEDs. Here are the QEDs. They're small and they're pretty rogue. So once you've got the QEDs, you want to come back to spawn where those panels are, and you're going to throw a QED on the panels. You want to throw a QED and hide, because sometimes a QED can start firing grenades and ray guns at you. But there you go, I've thrown a QED and the panels have teleported to this machine over here. So you want to input your tube, which I just did there, and the panels are over near that computer. And all we do now is go input the vril device, which your character already has, into that panel machine by pressing X. There we go. And then the computer next to the vril device and the tube and the panels is going to glow red. And all you do is spam X on the red screen for ages. It's going to take some time doing this. Just if you've got a last zombie at end of round, just go back and keep on spamming it. It's going to glow green and then it's going to go back to red. You want to keep on spamming it again, and then it's finally going to stay green forever. Once it's green, always, it's going to stay green, you can pick up the glowy vril device. So once you've picked up the vril device, you want to come down to the pyramid, and when you come anywhere near the pyramid, the vril device will activate this little, it's not like a lockdown, but it's going to be basically filling up some more jars. So you can see the jars appear, and this is where you want to get 100 kills, which is 25 in each corner of the pyramid. So as you can see, I've killed a few zombies here. I've got a few jars pretty much full up. This gobble gum helps me a lot. I've got all 9 power-ups in the game, so I've got like a max ammo and a death machine and insta-kill, which helps so much. It's pretty tight down here. One tactic you can do is haul some zombies away from here and then bring them down here, but the best tactic is to just stay down here, have some pack-a-punch weapons. The wave guns help, and as you can see, I'm just killing zombies near the jars, and the souls and the jars are getting filled. So eventually you are going to fill all of the jars, and here is me in the game completing my last jar with the last kill, and then you'll know you've done this because you'll hear some quotes in the game.
Yeah! It's time to die, child!
Oh no.
You'll hear like Samantha say some stuff, and this is what happens in the game. You're going to hear some quotes, and then eventually what you're going to do is throw a QED at the front of the pyramid. So I'm going to do it in my game here. I'm just going to skip to it. So here we go. I'm going to get my QED out. I'm going to hide as well in case I get shot by a ray gun, and the QED is going to suck up that ball from the front of the pyramid. So once you've done that, that is that step complete. So now fellas, you want to swap your QEDs for Gershes if you can. But if you're having no luck in the box, you've got one more step to do, and it's going to be the Samantha says step, but it's going to be a bit harder, and there's going to be 3 like rounds to it, let's say. So it's the same as the first step of this Easter egg, where there's going to be colours coming up. It's going to be red, green, blue, yellow. That is the order on the computers. And again, leave a zombie at the end of the round, and you're just going to be completing this. There might be an order of about 7 to 8 colours in the end, so this is where the pen and paper and the pausing helps. What I did was just write the first letter of the colour, so it would be like B for blue, G for green, Y for yellow, you know what I mean? So it just made it a little easier. So like I said, there's going to be 3 rounds of the Samantha Says. You're going to do maybe an order of 8 colours, and then it's going to flash green like you completed it, and then it's going to start again, and you're going to complete it again. There's going to be another order of like 8 colours to input in the machine, and then you're going to get the flashy green complete colours on the computers, and then you're going to do it for one last time, and you can just input the colours. I think there's going to be another order of 8 colours, and when you've done that, you're going to hear the machine saying like the matrix has been override, and then you're going to hear someone, I think it's Maxis, is it maybe? Well, you're going to hear a man on the tannoy talking, saying you just basically just need to do one more step.
Security matrix override successful.
Good. Now that I am in control of the station, we have one last chance to sever Edward's link with Earth.
If you do like fail putting in the orders on the machine, it's just going to go back to the start and you can just give it another try. It's pretty simple. So once you've done the Samantha Says advanced step, what you need to do now is go get those Gersh devices. It took me another 10 rounds to get the Gershes, so I had no luck whatsoever. But once you've got the Gershes, you want to come down to Samantha Says, you want to throw a Gersh at the ball, which is next to the computers. The ball will get sucked up, and now you can sit back and watch the moon, not the moon, watch the Earth get blown up. That is the Easter egg complete. Watch out for the zombie at the end of the round. And I'm going to just sit back and watch the Earth get blown up.